Hey, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Home Rich Studio. Today's video is about Christmas, and it's part of a collaboration called Recreation Inspiration. Every month there's a different theme, and this month's theme is Christmas. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later in this collab, but for now I'm going to start and show you my first of 3 recreations. And this is my piece here. It's an angel. And here was my inspiration piece. This is from Country Lily DIY Decor, and I will list her link for her channel in the description box below. And I will also list the video that where she makes this. So here's some things you're going to need. I have the cone, and I have the styrofoam balls from the Dollar Tree. I have some jute twine. That's from Walmart, but you can get it from Dollar Tree. I have some embellishments like pip berries, wire jute, and some lace. And I have this really thin piece of cardboard. This is the back of a sketch pad from the Dollar Tree. It's really thin. That's why I use that. I also have some apple barrel paint in the color Territorial Beige. I have some Mod Podge, and I have the burlap, and that is from Walmart. So first, I am going to paint my pieces, and I have this dowel rod. It's about 4 inches long, and I poked it down into the cone, probably about 2 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing with this styrofoam ball. And this is a great way to hang on to it. So I just gave it one quick coat. I watered the paint down just slightly so there was more coverage. So the styrofoam ball and the cone are from the Dollar Tree. The ball is 2.4 inches and the cone is 6.9 by 2.7. And now I'm going to take this cardboard and I'm going to wing it. No pun intended. Okay, bad joke. Sorry. I just cut a wing and just half of it, and then I folded it in half. And now I'm just going to cut it out. So there will be 2 wings. And voila. And now I just wanted to see if it fits, and it does. It's perfect. And now I take this burlap and I'm just going to cut a piece out just to fit half of the wing, because the piece wasn't big enough to cover the whole span of it. So if you do make this and you have burlap that's big enough, you can do one piece. But this is all I had. And there's that seam on both ends because it's finished, and I cut those off because I'm going to piece it together with another piece the same size, obviously, of the burlap. And it pieces together where there's no seam there. So I put burlap on the half of the wing, and then laid down, or burlap, Mod Podge, and then laid down the burlap, and then put Mod Podge on top of the burlap because I really want this baby to stick. So I did the same thing to the other side too, and made sure I got the center where they both butt up to each other really well. Now, I didn't finish the other side for the sake of this video, but if you turn it around, do it to the same thing to the other side, to the back. Then when you cut it off, cut it with about 1/2 of an inch to spare around the edge, and then you can press those 2 pieces together so you'll have a front finish and back. And now while that is drying, I am just taking some jute and I'm just going to hot glue it around. Now she used I have a high heat. She used a low heat or glue gun. I don't have a low heat one. You're just going to have to be careful that you don't really press it real up against the styrofoam, because the styrofoam could melt. Now in my case it didn't melt, but I was kind of careful to not put a ton of glue on it and to not touch the tip of the glue gun to the styrofoam. And so I just went ahead and went all the way up to the very, very top of this cone. And this is how I finished it. So when you get to the very top, I literally glued the twine onto itself, just like one roll around, as you can see here. And then now we're gonna do the ball. And I just put a little teeny bit of glue on there and I let that sit for about 30 seconds so it's good and dry and stuck on there. And then you can start manipulating that around in a circle. And I just kept going around and around and around until I covered up the entire foam ball. And now I'm just making sure that that's down there about 2 inches into the top of the cone and the bottom of the styrofoam ball. And then I just left like just that little round piece where I poked in the dowel. I left that open. I didn't put obviously the twine there because that's how we're going to connect them. And so I put some glue in there and put the one end in there and then put glue in that top of the cone and then glued those pieces together. And now this is still wet just because I really had a lot of glue in there. And I'm just, I'm folding it, bending it ever so slightly and then glued it onto the back of the angel. And now I have this wired twine, and this is also from the Dollar Tree, and I took a big piece and I just twisted the ends together so you have about 2 inches coming down, and then I manipulated the middle into a circle. Now I have these white pit berries from the Dollar Tree also, and I'm just going to wrap them around the top of the halo. And I'm going to stick that on the back of the angel, and I'm just going to hot glue it down. And then I hold it there with a rubber band, as I'm showing you right now, so it doesn't fall off. Now I have this lace, this big card of lace came from Temu. It is absolutely stunning. I got it at least a year ago, and I'm just putting this is like a cream color, like an off-white, and it has gold in it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to wrap the bottom of the angel with that. And see, I didn't finish the back of the wings, but I'll go back later and finish that. I just wanted to get this done for the video. And then now I'm taking just another a smaller little lace piece. This also has gold in it, and I'm making a shoelace bow, and I'm just going to put it on the front of the angel. I just felt like it was too plain like this. And then I just clipped off the ends and then glued the ends down too so they wouldn't kind of pop up and fly around. And this is what she looks like. That Mod Podge does dry, and you can't see it at all. Just for my picture there, you could see it. And anyway, before I get into the next project, I'd like to take some time to quickly explain this collaboration. It's called Recreation Inspiration, and on the 8th of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern, a new collaboration will be posted. This one is obviously Christmas in July. Next month's theme will be fall harvest, and I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, this collaboration is about recreating somebody else's project because it inspired us. I'd like to thank the very talented hosts, Loli with LoliD Creations and Katie with Lady Red Crafting, and the guest host this month is CraftTechUlar. The links for their channels are posted in my description box below, as well as a playlist of all of the collaborators' videos, so you can watch and get tons of great inspiration. Here's my next piece, and this is a reindeer. That first one was my inspiration, and this is my piece. And that was from Holly from Hot Humble Pie, and I will also put the link to her channel in the description box below. And here's some things that you're going to need. I have some paint in Territorial Beige, and I also have, and that's Apple Barrel, and I have Deco Art in the color Tan. She used a khaki color, but I didn't have khaki. And so I'm taking some Mod Podge, and I poured way too much in here. I just kind of a heavy hand, and I'm gonna mix it all up because I'm gonna paint this glass jar, right? No, I started painting it, and then I realized that there are, I can't make this into a reindeer. There's like lines and designs, and yeah, no. So I looked around my house. Holly used a cocoa container, a plastic one. I didn't have that. I didn't have anything at all other than this cracker box. So yes, we are going to turn the cracker box into a reindeer. You could probably make this with kids or grandkids. So anyway, I painted the whole entire box except for the bottom, because later on I put felt on the bottom of the box. Then you could weigh it down with putting some rocks in it. But I painted it with territorial beige, and then I distressed it with this tan color. Now I had this nose left over from a Dollar Tree gnome, and I used the beard for something else, and I kept the nose because I keep everything, and I'm going to use that for the nose of the reindeer. And it was too shiny, so I'm just going to paint it with this red. It's an apple barrel, and it's called Cardinal Crimson, the name of the red acrylic paint. And I put one coat on with a brush, and then after that dried, the second coat went on with a little dabber so you don't see the brush strokes, and then I put Mod Podge on top of that to protect it. Now I have 2 leaves just from a leftover pick that I had, and I'm painting that with the territorial beige on both sides, both leaves, because these are going to be the ears. And I'm going to glue the nose on. And I'm just going to measure out the eyes. Like Holly said, she made little eyes, and she kind of took a little stencil and stenciled them out. She said, I just don't make circles real well. Like I don't either. I'm really bad at this. So yeah, I just took my stencil, and then I made some eyes, and now I have a black Sharpie, and I'm just going to trace it and then color it in. And then when I'm done here, I'm making some little eyebrows and a line for the mouth. And some eyelashes. Now I have the end of a paintbrush, or you could take the end of a dabber, and I just dipped it in some white acrylic paint, and I'm making just the little inside the little eyes. And now, I'm sorry this is out of the view, out of your view, but I'm cutting with a little teeny finger cutter some slits in the top of the box, and I pop those ears in there, and then I'm doing the same thing again here, and I have this pick. It was left over. It was in my stash. It's like a glittery pick, and I clipped 2 little pieces off of it, and these are going to be kind of the antlers. Now, she has pine needles for the antlers, and I just couldn't find mine anywhere, so I had to come up with something, and this is what I grabbed. I wish I would have had the pine picks, but I didn't, so I had to use what I had on hand. And now I have this ribbon, and I believe I got this from probably Home Goods last year, and I'm just going to glue it around, kind of like, for the bottom for the scarf. And in hindsight, the ears are on top, and they kind of get buried because I'm going to decorate the top. I would have taken the ears and probably put them on the side if I had not already done that. So, and remember, this is a cracker box, so I'm doing the best that I can. But yeah, I'm just making this look like a scarf. And then now I'm just embellishing it. I have a couple little pine twigs here that I scrounged up from my stash here. I have some pine cones, some little teeny ones. I have some bells, some red ones. I couldn't find my gold ones or my silver ones. and these pit berries, and I'm just putting some of the pit berries on the top. And yeah, I frosted its nose, and that's how it turned out. And now this is my second inspiration. The first one was my inspiration. The second, these are mine. And so here's some things that you're going to need. And first, I want to let you know that this is from Christy, Cain, Appalachian Home Company. So this was my inspiration. And her link will be in my description box too. So I had 6 of these cubes from the Dollar Tree, and I painted them only with 1 coat of acrylic paint. And now I have this Distress Oxide that I got on Amazon. It's called Vintage Photo, the color. And I'm distressing all of these cubes. So I have 6 of them because we're going to make 2 snowmen, 3 cubes for each snow person. And so I distressed it, and I painted all the sides except for one, because obviously you're not going to see it because we're going to glue them together. So again, I am going to list all of the inspiration channels in my description box below, as well as the video that this came from, so you can watch it, you know, the person who created this, not me who copied it. But that's what this is about, inspiration, recreation. And I just took a couple pieces that I thought were super adorable, and that's why I'm making them. So now after I glued them together, I just drew on little faces. And then I have this eyeshadow palette. It's pink, and it's from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just making little teeny like cheeks, like rosy cheeks. And now I have this ribbon again that I used on the reindeer. And I'm just going to tie it around. One is a scarf, and then I'm going to use a different ribbon for the other one. And the Christy Cain's channel, hers were more rustic, and these are just more traditional snowmen. And this is Dollar Tree ribbon. And I'm just going to hot glue that on there. And you can get really creative with these. She put, I believe, jingle bells on hers. You can put buttons. You can make a little hat. I probably should have made a little hat. You can make that out of felt. That would be super cute, because one is the male snowman and one is a female snowman. So the female I cut, I took this ribbon, it was really kind of too wide, so I cut it in half and I just made a shoelace bow to put on top of her head. And yeah, you can get sticks and make arms. You can get really creative with this, and obviously you can change up the color. It's very customizable. And now I have these little pine cones and some bells, and I'm just jazzing them up a little bit here and there. And that is it. And this is what they look like. And here is the end view of all 3 of my pieces. And here's where I wish I would have put the ears on the side, because you can't really see them. They get hidden. Oh, I put raffia on the reindeer, and I did frost his nose too. And here's my angel. And yep, that's it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you found tons of inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video, and also don't forget to check out the playlist. You have a blessed week. I'll be back really soon. Bye.